Welcome once again to Nabella Couture, and today I'll be teaching you on how to mold this half moon shaped fascinator. Today we'll be needing the printed paper mats, our half moon, this is our half moon block, embellishments, glue, stiffener, and other necessary essentials we'll be needing in our blocking. So first of all, we are going to cover up our mold, our heart block, cover up our heart block with cellophane. Then we apply our lubricants. We apply our lubricants around it this way for easy removal. This is our paper mat. Make sure you fold it this way so that the printed part shows in the two ends. Now this is what you do. You pin it down this way, the edges this way, the other edge you pull and you pin down this way. We are going to cut off our excesses so I will be comfortable walking through. To cut off the excess, it's too big. Okay, so what you do now is you mold up this place first. The half moon side, you mold it up this way. You take your time, you mold it through. Make sure you are pulling while you mold because we want a smooth surface. That way, repeat the same for this place. Using your thumb pin to pin it down firmly. We are getting to the tip. You walk your way round this way. Make sure it's pointy, this place pointed. Pin it down there. The same should be done to the other side. pin it down there. So can you see we've achieved this place now? It's left with here. Can you see this? What you're going to do now, you cut off this excess. Then you give it a cut. Let's cut off this excess so that you see what we're doing clearly. So what you have to do now, you cut off gently. You see, you want it to be able to fold in that way. So you cut it this way. You pat it so it can bend. Can you see it's flexible now? Continue passing through a bit. See, you cut through. So you have it this way. You move through. So you pin down. Don't worry, because this place, our Alice band will cover up all this. We'll be fixing it onto an Alice band. We're going to cover up this demarcation. So now you can see our shape formed. Our half moon shaped form. See, our Alice band will be covering up this place. Our half moon shaped is formed. Our half moon heart block is made. Next, you use our stiffener. For the paper mat, you use a thick stiffener. It shouldn't be watery. Then you stiffen it just the way we do it. You stiffen everywhere. You stiffen around it. That way the edges, the corners should all be stiffened. After stiffening it, we'll take it out to the sun to dry. Okay, so this is our already made dried half moon fascinator. So what we'll do now, we'll cut off the excesses. cut off the excess. Next, we'll be fixing our wire to it. Need just a little space of this. This way, you use the peg to hold it down so it doesn't go off. Okay, so next you do as you go through putting the wire, you are using the pegs so that it doesn't pull off. When you get here at the tip, you bend your wire. Can you see? You bend your wire. You use your peg to hold it down. This place should still be slanted, just like it was in the molded parts. You end it here at the middle. Use our cutter to cut it. This place also, you curve it. Okay, so now we overlap, making sure you form your bend. You hold it up that way and use our paper tape to hold it up. join it together, the edges of your wire. Repeat for the other side too. You already know how to join the edges of your wire, so that's what I am doing here. In our previous classes, we've been taught on how to join our millinery wire, so that is what was done here. And you have this is a half moon wired. So next we'll use our glue to fix our wire down, or you can also use, because it's paper mats, you can also use the hot glue, or you use our fabric glue. So you open it up there, and you continue that way. You put your glue all through these edges, pressing it down. Okay. So now we have our wire stuck in there using our glue. You could either use the UHU glue or the hot glue. This is paper. For the Siname, because it's soft, I advise you use the UHU glue, but if it's matte, just like I did, you use the hot glue or the UHU. Both will, it depends on your timing, because the UHU takes a little bit of time when it comes with the mats, but the hot glue is faster. Okay, so next what we'll be doing, we can't just leave this like this. We have to close it up, finish it up nicely using our cotton bias. You can decide to use either cotton bias or Siname. Okay, you pick a color from there and you use for your finishing. If you're using Siname, you use the same shade. It depends on how you want to do it. You can decide to pipe it this way. It all depends on what you want to do. Okay, you can decide to pipe it all around. You can decide to put the bias just in there, so you have only this. It's all depends on what you want to do. Okay, then next, now we're going to be using our cotton bias. That's what I'll use to pipe in. I'll start from here when piping the center here, and this is 1 inch. I'll place it here to cover my edges. I'll put my pegs down and I'll continue moving round. That's what I'll do all through. The UHU glue flows. It flows so fast, so you have to be very careful about it. It flows so fast, and if not careful, it will make your work so messy. So you have to take your time whenever you're applying glue. So watch out how I'll be doing this edge, just like what I did here. When you get to this end, you fold it this way. You fold it, you put your glue first. Put the glue on the cinnamon. That way you get to the end, and you fold it that way. Can you see it? Can you see what I did? You fold it that way, and you put your peg while you work the other ones. Yeah, we're almost done. So next, you just cut it off, fold it in, and you overlap. That way, use your peg to hold it up. To fix them, we'll apply the hot glue on the band all through. Let's see, you fit it in first to see where it ends. Can you see? This is where the job is. You use our chalk to mark, because that is where we guarantee us fixing our glue. You mark from here and you mark here. Okay, you mark there and there, because that's where, and you put your glue at the middle, because when you place the job on the Alice band, it tends to spill out. Put enough glue, and what you do now is, what you do now, you let it sit on it. Sits on it. You press it down. So you can use your pegs to hold it in place. Use your pegs to hold it in place so it will glue properly. Use your pegs to hold it in place so that it glues properly. Can you see it? You use your pegs to hold it in place so that it glues properly. So while that is drying up, we are going to embellish it. You see, we're embellishing our workpiece and this is what I'll be using. And I made this out of this tree feather. It's available in the market. So what I did was just to twist it around that way. Because I'm twisting it, has a tendency to just pull out a bit. You twist it around to form a circle. So that is what I did there. Then I used my felts. Added some glue to it, just like this. Added some glue to it, sticked it there. And my stamen, you see, your stamen, this is the stamen. I applied the hot glue and I sticked individually. So that's, see, in there. So that's how I came about this piece. But for this design, I won't be using this hash color. I just want to show you how I made my centerpiece. And I don't want this black, so I'll be taking off the black because there's nothing black there. Though it could fit because of the Harley's band, but I don't want it there. I'll be taking off the black, just pull it out and it will be out. You could use it for another projects. So I have just the white parts. So all I'll be doing is I'll take these pegs off, get my Alice band and get my mannequin. I'll get my mannequin. You can see now our band is secured. I'll fix it in there. And I'll put this by the side. Can you see it? All I have to do is apply my hot glue. Put it in position of where I want. And you stick it. So you could also sew. After sticking, you could sew. Especially if you are working with cinnamon, I would advise you sew, because by the time you use the hot glue to stick, you end up having it spraying or as in bleeding at the back here, and it won't be nice. So for when you're working with cinnamon, you sew, okay? You sew it, but because I'm using the mat, I'll just glue it, and I could also sew. After gluing, I could also sew. So this is our finished product. Can you see how it is? This is how to make your half moon. How to make your half moon fascinator. This is a half moon. So you could decide to put some pearls, but it's floral enough. In case you're having a plain job, you could decide to put some stones, pearls, embellishments. You embellish it just the way you want it. But because it already has so much flowers, it's a floral mat, paper mat I used. It's advisable to just make a little statement by the side and you're good to go. So thank you so much for joining us in this course of classic millinery. Thank you.